are back with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure to turn on post notifications. So, Ugly Ken Barbie posted a picture, which has a lot of fans speculating that Cardi B could be signing her Super Bowl contract, and the Super Bowl halftime performer has not officially been announced. Usually gets announced by now, because we in September. I think the last year it got announced in August, right? So they were spotted at Devil Nation, and a lot of fans are saying that, listen, Devil Nation is having Cardi B sign her Super Bowl halftime performance contract, okay? Now, she also has a touring deal through Live Nation. Live Nation works with Devil Nation too. So it doesn't mean this is for the halftime show, but that's what a lot of fans are speculating. Here's the thing. Cardi B should not be headlining no damn Super Bowl. And everybody knows that. I don't care how many vinyls she sells. I don't care how many number ones she got. She should not be headlining the Super Bowl. And we all know that. And doesn't her tour start in February and she has to prep for that? I don't think she would have enough time to prepare for the Super Bowl and then also for her tour. You know, Rihanna did perform pregnant though, but she ain't no Rihanna. And Rihanna also wasn't preparing for a tour. She should have been, but she was not. She did that performance and then she sat her pregnant ass down, okay? When you're performing at the Super Bowl, then you go right onto tour because her tour starts in February. It just logically wouldn't make any sense because your body, when you're pregnant, has to heal, has to rest. She's already bringing a newborn baby on tour, which logically doesn't make sense either. Okay, so I don't think it would be a smart idea to have Cardi B perform. Allegedly, there's going to be multiple artists performing next year, so that definitely should be interesting. Now, moving on from that, Doja Cat has allegedly filmed a music video for her new single, Gorgeous. And I guess that's going to come out when the album comes out. But then Doja Cat said she hasn't even done the art cover for her album, which is very interesting, which also further proves that she don't got the budget and the promotion is trash. How you don't have an art cover? Maybe she trolling, but it just doesn't logically make sense to troll like that because you already having a lackluster rollout. The rollout for Doja Cat has been completely trash. Doesn't even make me really want to listen to the music like that, to be quite honest. But she do have models posting, or I guess promoting, the new single Gorgeous on Instagram. So she do got some models promoting the record. I just feel like it's still lackluster. Like it's not really gagging the live, in my opinion. I don't feel like she really doing what needs to be done. Okay, no shade to Doja Cat, but I'm not gagging over models posting Gorgeous all over social media. Like it's not giving what it's supposed to give, in my opinion. Now, here is the alleged track list for Cardi B's upcoming album, Am I Ugly? She got Brain Dead featuring Musty Walker. Then she got Pack It Up featuring Selena. She got Strap featuring Kalani. Golden Showers featuring Musty Walker again. On My Back featuring Nicki Minaj's former artist, Lourdes, which Cardi B is usually on her back. So that makes a lot of sense as to why that would be the song title. Then she got Side Piece featuring Janet Jackson. Okay. That should be interesting. I'm definitely interested to hear what that sounds like. And I guess there's no new female rappers on the album because WAP, I guess, it's the Megan Thee Stallion collaboration. I'm like, really? So basically, you didn't really have a Megan feature. This is an old feature from 7 years ago. Okay. Well, anyway, I'm not really gagging over the track list, to be quite honest. But, she may have some boppity bops on the album. You never know, because fans were saying that this album will do 300,000 first week. So let me know if you guys agree or disagree. Now, allegedly, Cardi B is not happy with Queen B, and neither are Cardi B fans, because Cardi B and Queen B do have a song in a stash, but Queen B did not clear her vocals. Okay? Now, it could be because she was on tour and she's gearing up to drop, her next act. But Cardi B feels some type of way because she does have a record with Queen B in the stash, but Queen B did not clear the vocals for Am I Ugly album. And, that kind of puts in perspective, like, well, why did Camel Face clear Imaginary Faces? Probably because they wanted to get underneath Nicki Minaj's skin. But since it flopped, Queen B probably was thinking, why would I want to work with Cardi B and she not even hot anymore? Okay? But you never know. She might have some hits on the album. Like the Kalani song may do well. The Lizzo song, that's going to flop. But the Kalani and Musty Walker collaborations definitely may do well in the charts because, those are R&B pop records and they're going to get a lot of radio play. Now, Rihanna just also had a baby a few days ago, and a lot of fans were speculating that the baby is a girl because she decided to post her new magazine cover, Home Girls, wearing pink. Okay? So, with that being said, a lot of fans were speculating that her third child is a girl and that she will probably make an official announcement within the next few weeks or months. So congratulations to the queen of makeup on that. Now, moving on from that, it has been reported that Justin Bieber is now the highest paid headliner at Coachella. Would have been Kung Fu Kenny, but they couldn't afford him. But he is the highest paid headliner at Coachella. He is getting paid $10 million or more than that. Queen B only got paid $8 million. So now the Beliebers are trying to gag Queen B over this. Here's the thing, dummies. Queen B owns the rights to her Coachella performance. Justin does not. And that's why she sold it to Netflix for $60 million. Let's not forget that. Let's not forget the Queen B Homecoming documentary that was Emmy nominated. And on top of that, let's not only forget that Queen B is a businesswoman. Okay? Of course, she not going to take the $12 to $13 million for the one performance when she could take less and own the rights to the whole performance. Because the Beyonce Coachella performances, those were iconic. Justin's not going to live up to that. Let's be very clear. He going to walk around stage smoking, acting like he on some sort of substance. Then he going to get mad at the fans for wanting to take pictures. I'm sure he's probably going to end the show early. Justin can't perform like he used to. Let's just be honest, okay? But Queen B owns the rights to her Coachella performance. Justin does not. He don't even own the rights to his music. He sold that too, okay? He don't own the rights to his music. Isn't he in debt to Scooter Braun? I don't understand how y'all can compare the queen of music to crackhead J. Beeb. I don't understand that. The Beliebers are delusional. Y'all didn't even get this man to a #1 album. His album completely flopped. So it looks like Off the Cheat and Cardi B had a bit of a spat before she announced her 4th pregnancy with Stefan Diddy. He says, single and miserable. Check the last 10 spaces that you mentioned me. You getting hit is not a flex though. Get your flex on, mama. Okay? And then she responded and said, single and miserable? Nah. You just mad I'm outside. You thought niggas wasn't going to be on me because your words, and I got 3 kids in my 30s. I'm miserable, but I don't bother none of the hoes that you F. But every guy I talk to, you DM them talking shit about me. Let's not. Yeah, I definitely think that he is going to try to get alimony from Cardi B, and that she probably gonna have to pay him at least $50,000 to $30,000 a month. I don't think he's gonna allow this pregnancy announcement to slide. Okay? Regardless if he was cheating or not, legally they're still married, and you having a baby is definitely gonna cost you in court. So I definitely see him getting his lip back in court and Cardi B losing probably millions of dollars in this divorce. And then, also having to pay a monthly fee of $30,000 to $50,000. Now, Scratch Off and the Pass Around sister Brooklyn was at New York Fashion Week with Mariah the Scientist, okay? And a lot of people were clowning Scratch Off, saying that she looks like she's 35. She aging like milk again. A lot of people were praising her sister, Brooklyn, who do look amazing. I can't even front. Brooklyn look real good. So does Mariah. Scratch Off, I don't know what happened, if it was the makeup, the fillers, the hair, the outfit looked terrible. Everything was a mess. But what I did notice is I don't think Scratch Off and her sister, Brooklyn, the Pass Around, I don't think that they have the same father, because they look dramatically different. Like, next to Brooklyn, Scratch Off is a solid 6. Okay? Like, her sister is like the standout compared to her. If I was Scratch Off, I would not keep Brooklyn around if you're going to do anything fashion-wise, because Brooklyn looks like a model. No shade. She has a very nice slim body. The face looks good. Scratch Off, not so much. No shade. I can understand why Champagne Thickums picked Brooklyn over you, okay? Because I believe Scratch Off probably would have left 21 below average for Champagne Thickums. Easily. I don't care what she says. So, I think that it's not that Scratch Off is aging like milk. She just don't look as good as her sister, because they got 2 different daddies. That's what it's given. I don't think that they got the same daddies, and that's why Brooklyn looks better. And another thing is, I don't even understand why Scratch Off was invited to Fashion Week. I understand that a lot of the female rappers were invited. I saw Ice Spice at New York Fashion Week, Scratch Off. I think Doja went to a few fashion shows. But to be quite honest, like, Scratch Off not known for fashion. Okay? So I wouldn't choose her to go to no fashion events or wear my clothes, because she didn't look too good. Okay, aging like milk. Now, moving on to Ugly Thug. His new album has been delayed until September 26th, allegedly. They are claiming that some features were pulled from the project, even though he did a whole apology song last week, which flopped. That 7-minute apology flopped and nobody cares about it. But he did apologize to all the people he basically dissed in those phone calls. And allegedly features were pulled still. And that's why his project is delayed. My whole thing is this. If you can't put out an album with no features, you're not a real artist. Point blank period. J. Cole has put out an album with no features. Doja Cat has put out an album with no features, I believe. Didn't Scarlett have no features? I believe it has 0 features. If you got to rely on features to put out music, guess what? You may not be as talented as you think. So I'm going to have to give Ugly Thug 50,000 lashings, okay? I'm not mad that he is not dropping the same day as Cardi B, because I said last week I don't think he was going to go number 1 anyway. Cardi B was going to be at the number 1 spot. He done ruined all of his relationships with his industry peers, so they weren't going to promote it. And then on top of that, a lot of the rap fans were probably looking at him sideways. I see more rap fans supporting Gunna than they are supporting Ugly Thug. So to be quite honest, I didn't feel like he was going to go number 1. So it would make no sense to drop and flop. Now, he did respond to the rumors and he said, y'all know I wasn't dropping Friday. It's Ladies' Day. Do your ish at I am Cardi B. No, bitch, shut up. You wasn't dropping because Champagne Thickums, 21 Below Average, Lil Baby took their features away from your album. You couldn't clear them. And then you wasn't going number one. And if you guys paid attention to one of the leaked phone calls that dropped a few weeks ago, he was talking about getting payola for his last album that came out in 2023. I think it's called Business to Business or something. He wanted payola to get that album number one. So he cares about the numbers, and he knows he's not going to be able to go number one if Cardi B dropping. So that is the main reason why he pushed it back. He trying to act like he doing Cardi B a favor. Nigga, sit the fuck down. Riri is in trouble. It has been reported that the 10 most popular beauty brands in 2025 ranked, and Hailey Bieber's Road is completely outselling Fenty Beauty. It is honestly embarrassing. It's completely outselling Fenty Beauty. In the last 90 days, Road Beauty has made $41 million. Fenty has only made $11.6 million, and Rem Beauty has only made 7.2, and everybody else we really don't care about. With that being said, this is not looking good for Rihanna. Okay, you used to be number one. You used to be that girl. How you let Hailey Bieber outsell you? Too busy getting knocked up, not focusing on your brand. This is not the only time she has lost money. The fourth quarter of last year, she lost $400 million from her Fenty brand. That was reported, I think, earlier this year. So it seems to me that either she's getting sabotaged by the industry or that she's lazy. Okay, so it's one or the other. I think she's getting sabotaged because she won't release any music. So they're going to allow her brands to flop now. Okay, because if you're a $1 billion company and you only made $11 million in 90 days, that's not good. Now, I know we basically in a recession, but I know people still buying makeup. Aren't y'all still buying Fenty? Now, I haven't purchased nothing, but I like Rare Beauty. No shade. No shade to Riri, but Rare Beauty, that stuff be good. Now, I suggest Rihanna put out some music so Devil Nation and the industry execs stop sabotaging you, because I can see this going downhill fast. Not only that, Hailey Bieber's Road reportedly earned $15 million in his first day sales at Sephora, making it the biggest brand launch in the retailer's 50-year history. Okay? So let me know how y'all feel about it. I feel like they're trying to humble Rihanna for not putting out music, and that's why they're giving Hailey and Selena the top spots, okay? I can see Rare Beauty eventually surpassing Fenty, and that's just what it's going to be. I feel as though Rihanna, you better get back to the music because they definitely sabotaging you. That's what it's given in my opinion. Now, 100,000 lashings going to David Burke, but his stage name is D4VD. Okay, I don't know if that means David because I don't listen to this man. But with that being said, a few weeks ago, it was reported that there was a dead body found in his Tesla. And now it has been reported that the singer has a matching tattoo with the found body of a 15-year-old who was allegedly seeing the singer, okay, since, they were 13, which is illegal. Now, with that being said, I have the real behind-the-scenes tea on what's really going on with this situation on Patreon. Link will be in the description. But I'm starting to realize a lot of these people in the industry, a lot of these artists are mentally ill. Because what you got going on with a 13, 12-year-old, there's nothing you would have in common with a 13, 12-year-old. They're children, okay? So I think that this is karma in a sense, but to be quite honest, there is some real sabotage going on behind this story, and that's on Patreon. But anyway, I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you next time.